Yo, what's good, M&J family? Back again with another edition of M&J Lifestyle with your boy Jay.
What you doing, Maya?
Today we're doing our first requested video, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Requested video, and we're gonna start with relationship advice. We been doing this for a few days, asking people for questions to put on the video, and we got a lot of questions, right? Yeah. Got a lot of questions from my friends. She got a lot of questions from her friends. People are really wanting to hear what we have to say. So unfortunately we have to do it in two parts because it's too many questions. So we're gonna try to keep it, short and snappy, because you guys don't like long videos. You guys keep letting us know.
Keep letting us
Thank
know.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But first, I have a gift for
Okay.
Mr. Jason. So here we are. What do you feel?
See, I don't like gifts,
Yeah, he doesn't like gifts, but whatever, because I like giving gifts, and Jason's a really great guy, and he deserves gifts.
Thank you. You want me to open it now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, she got me a letter. Oh shit, I see it. Good handwriting too. You want to open this first?
Yeah.
Some socks in here?
He loves socks. My grandmother bought him a whole pack of socks.
Hey Jay, I happen to adore you. Every day I'm grateful for you. I have found the one. Oh, that's it once. Okay. One whom my soul
What are you saying?
lives or loves.
Loves.
Oh
That's an
wow.
O.
Yeah, her script is questionable.
Look at this. There's nothing questionable about this. No, read it again. Read it again.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna do this again.
Hey, Jay.
I happen to adore you every day and I'm grateful for you. I have found the one.
No, honey. Back it up. I happen to adore you, period.
Hey, I
Every
said
day.
that.
You said I happen to adore you every day.
Oh, you talking about because I didn't take a pause? What are we in class?
I mean.
I happen to adore you. Period. Every day I'm grateful for you. I have found the one whom my soul loves. Just a little something for you. And, okay. That's nice. I'm gonna put this right there. She got a lot of written stuff for me, which is cool. Having it in my room. It's just that, guys would just procrastinate putting stuff up, especially the pictures she gave me. I have those just on my dresser. I'm gonna move those stuff. What's this? So it's from Travel Lambo? How you say that? Okay. Oh, okay. So everybody knows that the first wallet I got was 16. Everybody always did have a grandpa wallet. It's fat and old and wrinkly. So I mean, I'll definitely be switching to this wallet very soon when I don't procrastinate and don't put my stuff in. But thank you. I needed a new wallet. I've been procrastinating about it too. I'm a hoarder, so yeah. Oh, so yeah, I broke my Burberry. What was that? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I dropped it 2 weeks ago trying to get something off my dresser. And yeah, I love this cologne. She likes it too.
I do.
Yeah, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're not gonna be spicy right now. But thank you so much.
Alright, back to the video
Okay, yeah.
that we came here for.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is part 1 of the relationship advice video.
Yep.
So we're gonna do 5 questions, and we can take turns. I'll answer the first question first, and then you'll answer the second. Second, you go first. I'll answer the second.
Okay, we can do that.
All right. So the first question is our relationship perfect? Dun, 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 dun. No. We should put them even now. No. Yeah, no. I don't know why people think that. I mean, thank you for the compliment. I mean, not like our relationship is horrible, But it's just like I feel like when people say is our relationship perfect, they mean like there's no arguing, everything's great, everything's peaches and cream, and we're just like living life. Right. We just love each other every day. I mean, we do love each other every day, but like, things happen, it's life.
Definitely.
So I wouldn't say our relationship is perfect. I think that our relationship is workable and it is worth fighting for. So I guess if you want to say if that's perfect, yes.
Yeah. Most successful relationships that I've seen aren't perfect at all. Most people that are married for a long time, they'll tell you it's not perfect at all. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for a perfect relationship, then you're being unrealistic, because you're gonna have ups and downs regardless of anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely. Sometimes she wanna rip my hair out, and hey, I mean, sometimes I deserve it, sometimes I don't. But
I knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah, so I don't believe anything is perfect in life. So no, I mean, a relationship's not perfect, but it's a great relationship. I would categorize it as that. I wouldn't say perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. The question's kind of short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
The second question is, how do we handle conflict?
You want to start?
No, because I started the last one.
So with me, I'm a person. I'm not really. I'm not really vocal at times. I'd rather let Maya be vocal, because she's a very vocal person. And I try to see a problem. If there's a problem, there's always a solution. So every time either we're in a disagreement, I always ask, is there something how can we fix this? How can we fix this? How can we move on from this? So in my family, we always ask. We went to a seminar, and they always ask to make sure you're clear in the space. So make sure everything's clear in the space. Make sure everybody knows that you got everything off your chest, because you don't want to be bordering it or like holding on to it in a relationship. And if you hold on to things in relationships, you're gonna have a fairly short relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just pretty much just asking, making sure that we're clear. She'll talk about it, how she makes sure that if we argue or if we have a disagreement, she makes sure that we're gonna leave off of that and make sure we're good. So yeah, what would you say to that?
Yeah, I would say how we handle conflict. We talk about it. Communication is the key. I feel like and I needed to learn that, because like I'm a very impulsive person. I am a very vocal person. I am someone who's like, I will say how I feel, ain't no problem, ain't no question. But one thing that I do love is that he always says, well, let's find a solution. And even though sometimes I don't want to hear that, because I just want to argue, because I want to get my point across. And in the reality, it's like, yes, there is a solution, but we'll get there. But I love that, because it's always a solution. It's never like, we won't get this fixed, we won't get this hashed out. So yes, but I feel like that's one of the things that I always said, and I made him promise me, is that I don't ever want us to leave or go to sleep angry with each other, because I have a fear of like, I think everybody has a fear of like the unknown and stuff like that, but I just can't, like my spirit is unsettled if we are not okay. Like I don't sleep well if we are arguing, or like he's mad or I'm mad at him. It's like I need to say what I have to say, and I want him to say what he has to say. So I think that's how we handle conflict. We talk it out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's no other way to resolve conflict. Mm-hmm. If it gets physical, then then that's not a relationship you should be in. You definitely should, part ways with that person. But I mean, conflict is definitely, you always have conflict. I always tell her that we're both unique. Everyone's unique, and we're not going to agree on everything. We do agree on a lot of things, that's why we're together, but there's a few disagreements, and it's okay to have your opinion. Just make sure, like I've learned with her in this relationship, that that your opinion is going to be heard, but there's always your opinion, my opinion, and you know that middle ground where you find where like, okay, I can understand that, and you move on.
I think another thing that I like is that when we deal with conflict, it's like we balance each other out. So like 1 minute I may be the one who's so vocal, and then he's like, all right, trying to calm everything down. And then the next minute he's vocal, and then I'm like, all right, like let's just end the argument. And then we'll probably go back and forth for however long. And then it's like it comes to a middle ground where it's just like, all right, like we're done arguing. Like now let's just talk it out and let's find a solution. So I think that if you take your time and you get to know each other, and you're like, okay, well this is how he does things, this is how she does things, then you don't get to go away from conflict, but you get to be able to resolve it easier.
You're right.
Next question. Why does our relationship work, and why didn't past ones not work? On first.
Yeah, you're first this time.
Why does our relationship work, and why does past one, and why did the past ones not work? I personally feel like because they were not meant to work. I personally feel like I have learned so much through each and every relationship that I've had, but I think that right now where I'm at in this relationship is right now I'm going through like this healing process of everything, but I feel like me being in this healing process, God has revealed to me that love is true and love is real, and a man can love you the way that you need to be loved, even without him realizing it. And I don't think he realizes it, but he has allowed God to reveal so much stuff in me of, you know, things that I need to change, or things that I thought that I wasn't worth. Like he's allowed those things in my mind to be expanded. So I think that the reason why the other ones didn't work is because they weren't meant to work. Like these other people didn't love me the way that I was supposed to be loved. But then also I didn't understand that. But I think that with our relationship it's working because I believe God said so.
Why it didn't work? I mean, personally, I believe that that I wasn't mature enough for those situations that I was in. I felt like God has given me a lesson every relationship I've been in. I've learned to be patient. I've learned to love yourself. I've learned a lot of things where you're just like, is this relationships are actually a healthy thing that happen, and there's things that should happen, and there's things that, you know, you have to transpire. Like my mom has always told me, I mean, there's a time and season for everything, and the season's always gonna, either it's gonna end or it's gonna continue. Yeah. So those relationships have shaped me to be the man that I am with Maya. I always tell her, you know, if I didn't go through those relationships, breakups, arguments, yelling and fighting, going out on dates, doing all these other things, I wouldn't know what I'm doing. I wouldn't have a clue to understand, okay, now I'm in the real hang game, you know? Because I told her, I said, freshman year, if you would have met me, we probably would have never lasted that long, you know?
We probably would have never been together, that's what you said.
Probably.
Probably not.
I was a different person, you know?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's all growth, and I never regret any relationship because I've grown every relationship, and it has taught me a lot of things. And yeah, so like you said, you've grown, I've grown. I feel like everybody grows from relationships, become better, unless you want to be one of those people that want to be in denial. You're in denial of understanding that perfect quote is it takes two to tango. So regardless, there's a relationship, there's something that you're lacking and that person was lacking. So that works. Anything else you want to say?
I feel like I did have something to say, but I lost my train of thought. When you said it takes two to tango. Yeah, I forgot.
You're talking about lacking? When people are lacking?
Yeah, lacking. I feel like that's one of the biggest things about relationships is you realize like the things that you were lacking in so that you can get better for the next relationship and just for yourself. I remember I read something about a woman praying for her man or her husband, and God was like, well, write down everything that you want, like everything you want in a husband. And she wrote all these great things down. And so then God said to her, okay, so if I send everything you want in this man right now, are you ready for him? And so then she started thinking like, wow, here are the things that I need to do for myself. Here are the things that I need to heal from. Here are the things that, and as she worked on herself, here he comes. So I feel like when you realize that you've gotten hurt, but you did some things that caused some things to happen, because, you know, we do have it's like a cause and effect. So you realize the things that you've lacked in, and you realize the things that you can grow in, and the things that you can get better at. Like he always says, you're forever evolving. So, you know, you gotta realize that. I think that's one of the biggest things.
Alright, next question. What we got?
And how do you know if God approves of your relationship? How do you know that this is what God has in mind?
I'm just saying that, like, God works in mysterious ways. He just does, and you can. It's more of a feeling, and it's more of a feeling from people that you have around. Because when you have, like, it's always reactions of, like, the people around you. God puts people in your path for you to understand and learn, and to take their opinion greatly. When I have my friends or my family or other people saying this is different, you know, this is a better feeling, and these are people of God. These are people that have taken a vow to say that Jesus is their only Lord, and they're talking about a situation or my situation in a great way that I haven't felt before. So I believe that God approves it in that way through the people around you, because God isn't with everybody that accepts him. I mean, it does accept him as well, but the situation, it was so different, you know. It was a weird feeling, like, because weird is new, I feel. So the people around you, when they start questioning and looking at it differently, like, dang, this is serious, like, oh, this, like, I knew this situation would be a great situation when people, like, were giving me warning before I even pursued her, you know? People like, yo, Jason, this is Minister Clark, like this is like, Jason, like this is how it's baseball. You're not hitting singles, you're trying to hit a home run. Like, Jason, like, I don't know if you're going to win this series. And I don't know how I did it.
That's what he said. That's what he said when we first started talking.
Yeah, I don't know how I hit a home run, but, you know, hey, I just closed my eyes and swung, so.
Yeah. How do you know if God approves of your relationship, and how do you know if this is what he has in mind? For me, it was the same thing. I feel like for me, it was so different, and I'm a runner. I run. Don't tell me my husband's there, because, you know, that would be like, warning, caution. But I feel like when I first started talking to Jason, it was kind of like, oh, let's just have fun. Let's see where this goes. And, you know, we've gotten into, like, our own, you know, personal situations that caused me to be like, oh no, this ain't it. I believe that. And I so believed it so much because I'm the type of person who's one strike, you're out. You don't get 3 strikes, you barely even get 1. So I felt like the first time I felt that way, it was like God was telling me, no, not yet. Like, do not do that yet. Like, don't run away from it yet. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Things just, whatever. So I feel like after a while, what made me realize that God approved of this is because I was praying for this boy, this man, while not even realizing that I was praying for him. Like, the things that I was thinking about, or like the things that I would pray about, it just didn't make sense to me because I was over it. I didn't want anything to do with it. I was done with the relationship. Well, I mean, we weren't together at the time, but, you know, we were dating and stuff like that. So like I just was over it, and it was just like God just kept talking to me, and he just like it was prayers that I was praying for him, not about us, but just about him as a man. And it's so funny because then maybe like a week later, he contacted me, and he asked me, "Let's go to the movies." And then I'm like, "Oh, let's just go to the movies." Like anybody who knows me, if my friends are watching this freaking video, please comment and say. Please say that you know this to be true about me. I'm a whatever type of person. Like, it's just like, I'll brush it off. I'll get over it just like that. So for me, it was just like, I can't shake this dude. And I don't like it. And I hated it. Yeah, anyway, so, and I hated it. So whatever, he calls me, tells me, let's go watch a movie. I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna go watch a movie. That's it. Watching the movie. It's a great movie. It's my favorite movie, Superfly.
It's a good movie.
Great movie. And so we're just chilling. So then he's inviting me to go see his family. And I'm like, no. In my head, I didn't say that out loud. But I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go see your family because we're not gonna be together. Like, why am I gonna go see your family if if we're not gonna be together? So then he's like, all right. So that night we didn't end up going. We ended up chilling near where I'm from. So then he asks me the question, but before he asks me the question, he's talking about as if he's going to ask me to be his girlfriend. And in my head, I'm like, oh no, like I'm oblivious. Like I don't even think he's gonna ask me. So he finally asks me, and I'm like, oh yeah, sure. So I said yes, and I was like saying yes because I wanted to say yes, like my heart said yes. But I went home and I was just like, oh, this is probably not gonna work. And God just kept telling me, I don't know what you're trying to do, but don't mess this up. And so long story short, I just knew like this was God. Because if it was up to me, we wouldn't be together. Not because I didn't want to be. Not because I didn't want to be with him. I wanted to. But I just like, I'm the type of person who's like, my word is like my bond. And if I feel like I gotta be a G, then I gotta be a G. I ain't gonna be a sucker. But then I had to be a sucker. Him. So I think that. Also, one more thing. I'm sorry. I'm talking so much. I'm so sorry. I said I wasn't going to talk that long. But another thing is, I feel like as if when God ordains something, no matter how far you run away, it's gonna happen. And I feel like that happens with a calling on your life, a job opportunity, or whatever it is. But it's also with people. When people come into your life and God wants them to be in your life, God is gonna make it happen. And I am forever grateful.
That's good. How many questions we got left?
I think we have one more.
We do?
Yeah.
What was the last question?
This is the 5th one.
Okay, it's the last question of part 1. So what was the last question?
Honesty. Oh. What is one of the biggest things you would say that keeps a relationship strong?
Can I get one?
You can do both.
Okay. Honesty. When you're honest with a person, and if you're not honest with your significant other, then I mean you're pretty much just like hiding things. Like my mom's always told me, it's like if you tell your mom to clean your room and you're stuffing things under your bed, and she comes in like, okay, it's clean, but it's stuff like you got stuff hidden, and sooner or later like it's gonna come to the light of day. And
that's a sermon right there. I'll take.
Oh, okay. And like legit, if you're honest with a person and you make sure they know where you're at, you stand and where you're at. If you've been honest since the beginning, there's no change. They'll understand. And if you're not honest if you're dishonest in the beginning and you want to say, quote unquote, I would get it from a man's perspective. If you've been dishonest in the beginning and you think a girl should trust you after, that's going to be very hard. And you might not come back from that. So that's a big key. Respect for your significant other. Honestly, you could ask I got like 3 girls that are my friends, like I'm not out here, talking to every female. I mean, I might say hi and bye, because I'm very sociable guy, I'm a very nice guy, but I'm not too sociable where it looks too cautious or kind of too fishy, I feel like some some people in relationships get too friendly, and then your significant other has to question like where your loyalty is at. But yeah, it's just literally you being trustful and your loyalty. That's literally what people want every day. So, what would you say?
Yeah, I'd say honesty, loyalty, respect, and communication. I mean, one thing that I love about us is that we are 100% honest with each other, no matter what happens. Whoever's watching and thinks I don't know something, I know. And whoever's watching and thinks he don't know nothing, he knows. Okay? Just put that in there. But anyway, I had to be a little ghetto real quick. Anyway, so yeah, that's one thing I love about our relationship. It's just that he's gonna let me know and I'm gonna let him know. So just in case, because you got crazy people out there want to bring something up, I don't have to say, oh, my man didn't tell me. Or I don't have to go and question my man. Or I don't got to be sitting there looking stupid, and neither does he. But with respect, I think that just falls hand in hand with honesty, because when you respect the person, you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure you don't lose the person. If you disrespect the person in any way, it gives the person a question of who you are and what you mean to them. So if I feel like Jason doesn't respect me, then that means that's not only a question of his character, but that's a question of my character, because then I got to figure out what did I do that caused him to disrespect me, or what is in him that has caused him to disrespect me. So I feel like that goes hand in hand with a person's character. When you have honesty and you're loyal to a person, respect just oftentimes just falls in line, because you can't be loyal and be honest without respect, because you respect the person enough to love them that much, to give them that. So, yeah.
That's all the questions?
That's all the questions for part one.
Yeah, that's all the questions for part one of relationship advice. I like these topics.
Me too.
Make sure you guys go down and click that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys actually have a request video, something or a topic you guys want us to talk about, definitely comment and we'll definitely look at it. No, nothing crazy though. We don't want nothing wild. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. Wrap it up. Hopefully this video not too long. I don't even know how long it is right now. But
watch it all, because it was really good.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully we prayed before this, making sure hopefully we touch one person. At least if we touch one person, we did something right. Other than that, we're grateful for you guys to even watch this. If you're watching with us right now, you lit. Thank you, MJ family.
We love you.
See you later. All right. See ya.